Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I bring you a special episode, even breaking out a new hat I got for the episode. We are having our final four. We've got the 1 seed Raging Rayquaza against the 4 seed Harper's Ferry Haunter, and the 2 seed Nightmare AC against the 3 seed Fairmont Flygon. First and foremost, the Raging Rayquaza and the Harper's Ferry Haunter. So, there we go. Alrighty. The higher seeds in both matchups have elected through our process to go first as far as being controlled by me. That seems to be the way it's worked out best so far. So that's kind of the default decision. All right, let's get that set up. I said gym leader will do tournament this week. I know I flipped it. Give me a second. Trying to write it down. There we go. Not champion. We're going to save that for the championship. All right. So there is the Raging Rayquaza team. All right, let's get this started. We'll do like last week where we'll do game 1 for both series and then loop back around and do game 2 because I'll have to trade with the other player to for us to do game 2. So we'll just stop it after both game 1s, do the switches, and then do game 2. Let's see here. I mean, tried and true strategy, go Hippopotas Garchomp, right? I mean, that's what we've done all season for this team, so yeah. Interesting to see the Dusknoir here. We haven't seen it much during the season for Harper's Ferry Haunter. So interested to see if they're going for Trick Room shenanigans or what's going on there. Alright, there's our Sandstream. And we're going to go for Fissure like we always do with this thing. We missed our first Fissure. It is going for Trick Room. The real question is who's really slower out of these two? I feel like we're still going to be moving faster. Like, it went slower that turn, but that's because the turn that you Trick Room, you go last. 0 for 2 on the Fissure. It's wasting time going for Will-O-Wisp. Like, now, granted, it does have pressure, so this will be our last chance to hit Fissure. But interesting that it's even, like, just taking its time with the Will-O-Wisp. All right, 0 for 3 on the Fissure. It is going into attack mode now. Of course, it gets a special defense drop. That's not great for us. All right, well, let's at least go with an Earthquake. I probably could have slacked off. If it didn't have the defense drop, I would have considered slack off, but I think it's going to take us out this turn. Instead of us just slacking off repeatedly, not getting anywhere, I went for the attack. If we survive, I'll slack off, though. We did not, so that is going to be a knockout for Dusknoir here in Game 1. And again, every knockout counts because we add up the totals for both games. Garchomp is in the Sandstorm, though. They do have the Azelf. I'm going to Dragon Claw just in case they switch. 0 for 2 on the Will-O-Wisp. That's just unlucky. All right, Dusknoir goes down. Sandstorm and Trick Room are both gone. Not the best thing in the world for us, but we'll work with it. For example, this thing has Dazzling Gleam. We should survive a Dazzling Gleam, but we'll find out for sure here. Okay, depending on damage roll, we might survive another one. And I think we take that risk. We were not fortunate there. That's a shame, because if we could have taken out the Azelf already, that would have been huge. It can nasty plot, so we need something that can survive a hit against it. So we'll see if we can get the job done here. The good news is at least the Azelf, it's nasty plot instead of Calm Mind, so its defenses aren't getting any higher. But since Nasty Plot does gain, give it more gains faster than Calm Mind does, we need to attack it this turn. We can't sit around and wait to max out our attack, or we're going to be in trouble. Cresselia is a tank and makes it anyway, despite the Nasty Plot. Did not take out the Azelf there, though. Azelf staying in with another Dazzling Gleam. All right, Azelf is going to go down to Cresselia. So far, things have played out pretty well for Harper's Ferry Haunter, because the idea is you want to make this one, even if they lose, a close game, so that when I'm in charge in Game 2, maybe they win by enough that they pull the upset. Ooh, it's going to hit us with a Fire Blast. That's going to hurt. Cresselia tanks it. We sneak that other Calm Mind in there. We're going to try to heal now. Assuming they don't get a crit, we should survive with +2. Okay, they withdrew. They probably realized that they didn't have any physical attacks on that thing. But they realized it too late as we get a chance to heal up. Sneak one more in there. All right, we're at +3. Ah, they're using the amnesia strategy. Okay. Well, if they do it again, this ought to make both sides +4, except we're +4 for defense and attack. They're just +4 on the defensive side. Yep, that's what they're doing. All right. +5 for us. And +6 or maximum boost for that side. Okay. At this point, might as well sneak one more Calm Mind in there. All right, both sides are maxed out on the special side for defense. Cresselia, just being bulky anyway, takes the hit like a champ. Heal up to get us back to full health, and then we'll start attacking. Ooh, there's the defense drop we didn't want to see. All right, Psychic. We are Psychic type, so that stab attack should do more damage than Moonblast. And that's all we're going to get with the +6 special defense. Looks like Harper's Fairy Haunter might actually have a counter for the Cresselia. Since we are faster, I think we can get away with one more attack here before we heal up. I will say the Swampert does not have any way to heal, though. I was going to say that had to be a crit. Swampert will take out Cresselia with the critical hit. We need someone that's got a physical move, so we got Earthquake there. And then we want to save that. We want to save Gastrodon for the fire types. So I guess we got to go Uxie here. Again, at least its attack isn't boosted, so we have a chance to nasty plot a couple times. We're definitely not using Trick Room because we should be faster. Yeah. Another crit, 2 critical hits in a row. That's not working out great for us. I'm going to try to sneak one more in and hope that they don't get a 3rd consecutive critical hit. Because we basically need as many of these nasty plots as we can before we use Draining Kiss. No crit, but it gets a defense drop. Of course it does. I guess we go Psychic. I was going to go Draining Kiss, but we didn't get a chance to get a 3rd nasty plot up, so I just don't think we have the damage. Yeah, we just had to take what we could get there. Swampert, who has not had a great season, coming up big in this one. All right, down to just Gastrodon against a Swampert, a Magmortar, and a Heatran. We might have our first upset of the tournament. Granted, I mean, there will be a game 2, but still. All right, we need a physical move, so we're going to go Earthquake. They are faster and use Earth Power. That did more than I would have liked to do. Another critical hit. What is going on with the critical hits? And it got the special defense drop. Swampert's getting all the rolls to go its way today. But Swampert will go down there finally to the Gastrodon. Forget margin at this point. It's just a matter of can Gastrodon hang around long enough to win the game, have a chance at winning the game. I should have probably recovered there because we're slow. Yeah, I should have recovered. Misplay on my part. Magmortar is going to survive it. Of course it is. We can't get the critical hit when we need it. It's not going to miss, but on the off chance it misses, we'll recover. I misplayed. Although, honestly, it might have beat us even with the recover because it was going to hit us hard. We would have just been in a stall battle back and forth. Magmortar will take out the Gastrodon, and we have an upset in Game 1. The Harper's Fairy Haunter coming up with a win as the computer player. So 1-0 Haunter. Right now. So the Haunter lead 1-0 in that series as I've updated above me here. We move on to the second matchup, which I hope for my sake goes a heck of a lot better than the last one did with me in charge, as the computer won 2-0. I now play against the I am the Oh, my brain is not one to work. I am the Nightmare for this first battle against my Flygon team. Of course, in game 2, it'll be flipped. Nightmare won the 2 previous matchups in the regular season between the 2 squads, but I've decided to bring a different lineup this week. Kind of a crazy lineup. It might make me lose, but I figure, hey, they've beaten my best lineups twice. Like, gotta try something different. This team usually leads with Rotom Heat, so we'll start with Rotom Heat because that's just what they do. If Rotom Wash is out there to start, that could be bad. Anything else, we can at least have a chance to fight. Like even the Flygon, it can't really do a whole lot to us because of Levitate, and we can't do a whole lot to it. So both sides would probably make a switch. So the only problem is if Rotom Wash comes out. If it comes out, we have to make a change. It's one of the Rotom, and it's Wash. Okay. What can take a hit from Wash? Latios can, but I don't know if I want to give Latios extra damage right away. It's going to hit us with a water move most likely, so I guess I could use that to get into Ludicolo. Oh, went for Nasty Plot. Okay. Okay. I mean, it still can't do a whole lot. Hydro Pump's not going to hurt that much, and yeah, I mean it's in trouble still. I will be shocked if they don't switch. They did not switch. They are faster without the Rain Dance up. I don't want to put Rain Dance up because I don't want to make Thunder 100% accurate. It didn't matter. A crit one-shot with the Nasty Plot. And I did not expect that thing to neutrally beat us even with the Nasty Plot. So that's good to know, I guess, going into Game 2. Ludicolo knocked out by the Rotom Wash. Yes, we got to go Latios then. It's the only thing that resists both water and electric on this team. They do have the Sharpedo potentially. So let's go Dragon Pulse instead of Psychic. Alright. There's the Dragon Pulse. The Rotom tanked it. 2 for 2 on Thunder and with the Nasty Plot. What's it going to do? Decent damage. It did not get the Paralyzite. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. It didn't paralyze me. Paralyzation. That's what I was trying to say. It did not paralyze us, so we are not slowed down. We still have a good shot at beating it. It's going to depend on the damage roll here. The damage roll is in our favor, and Rotom Wash will go down. All right. All right, they're going with the Dusclops. It does not have Trick Room anymore. I know that. Do I have a better option to fight the Dusclops? There's Shadow Ball on the Rotom, and we also have Weavile, but Weavile's frail. So if it does something like Earthquake right away, that could be bad. Let's go Rotom. Because if it's not going to Earthquake because we're Levitate, so like, and even then, the Rotoms also Levitate, so like it shouldn't be a big issue. All right, went for payback. They were trying to bait me into attacking it. Shadow Ball. All right, they're withdrawing. They're putting the Rotom in. What if I would have used Overheat? All right. It took that like a champ. We're going to go Overheat then. I can't figure out what it's trying to do. Like, why would it put the grass one out there? All right, now they're switching again. And Flygon's going out there. I mean, it'll be a resisted hit, but it's going to hurt. I mean, granted, my attack is fallen, but, like... Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. It might go Dragon Rush, so I don't want to switch here. Instead, I'm going to go Confuse Ray. It goes for the Dragon Rush, and it misses. Now it's going to have to fight through the Confuse Ray as well here. Confusion not as strong nowadays as it used to be, but, I mean, it's still worth throwing on there once in a while as a status move. 1 in 3 chance that the opponent doesn't do anything pretty much. Yep, right there. We got the 1 in 3 chance. Here comes a Shadow Ball. That should hit it pretty hard. Not as hard as I would have liked, but we did get the special defense drop. Oh, it didn't hit as hard because of our own attack drop. So things should be essentially back to normal. All right, here we go. It's confused again. Twice in a row, we get the 1 in 3. Actually, it's more like 3 out of 10 shot. The Flygon is still hanging on. Is it confused a 3rd time in a row? It is not. It misses Dragon Rush again. Flygon not contributing to the battle at all whatsoever. All right, all right. Let's see, I don't have Ludicolo. All right, they've got the Sharpedo in there. They're going to protect, so this is our chance to switch. I don't think that it can take out the Lucario with Earthquake. It'll hurt it bad, but I don't think it can take out the Lucario with Earthquake. Of course, the only problem with switching like that on a Sharpedo is that now it can potentially protect again. Yeah. I'm going to try Drain Punch this time because I'm going to bet on it not one-shotting us. All right, good bet. We're going to take out the Sharpedo here, it looks like. All right. Lucario defeats the Sharpedo. Things looking good for Nightmare at the moment. With Flygon gone, I think that was the best shot that my team had against the Lucario. All right, but they go Rotom Mow instead. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Drain Punch it. Not as much damage as I would have liked to see, actually. Oh, it's going for Thunder. Does it hit and does it paralyze? It indeed hits. Does not paralyze. Okay. I don't think it's going to Leaf Storm because we resist it. It's not going to leave Storm anyway because it got beat. Wow, the Flygon not doing anything really hurt this team. Like, it did absolutely nothing between hitting itself twice in confusion and missing both Dragon Rushes. I know Dragon Rush is not the most reliable move, but that's why we gave it to it, because, like, they're supposed to not have super reliable moves in this format, but, yeah. Alright, Meteor Mash. Dusclops tanks it. And uses Revenge. That's probably a dead Lucario. Yep. I don't think Dusclops... If Dusclops had the Eviolite, I would say it has a chance here. But I just don't think it has a chance to come up with the win. Like, unless Weavile's going to miss or something strange like that, I just don't see it. And that's going to be your ball game. Was it a crit? It was not even a crit. Dusclops goes down to Weavile. That is a 3-0 victory for me against the computer there. All right, so I'm 1-1 against the computer today. I'm going to pause the video quickly, and after I and the computer trainer trade, we'll be back for game 2 of both series. Let me update the text real quick first, though, to put that Nightmare has a 1-0 lead. All right, I will be back in just a second as I get that swap taken care of. All right, everybody, we're back. The trades have been made, so we're ready to to set up game 2 for both of these series. The first one will be between our 1 seed and 4 seed again. There was already a surprise upset in game 1. We've got the Harper's Ferry Haunter and the Raging Rayquaza. This time I will be representing the Haunter, who won the previous game. For them to advance, all they have to do is, let's see, they won 2-0. So as long as Rayquaza doesn't win 2-0 here or better, right? Yeah, 2-0 or better, then the Harper's Ferry Haunter can advance. If it's a 1-0 loss to the Rayquaza, or if they flat out beat the Rayquaza, they will advance. If Rayquaza gets a 2-0 or better win, then Rayquaza will advance. So this will be a fight, all right. I think the odds for an upset are much better in this series than in the other one, personally speaking, as the owner of one of those teams. Okay. So, they started with Gastrodon when they had this team. I'm not Gastrodon. Wow, my brain is just... I'm thinking of when I had the other team. My bad. They started with Dusknoir. And then Swampert ended up saving the day. They're going to start with Hippopotas. So I say we start Azelf instead. So that instead of even giving them a chance to hit Fissure, like even though it's less chances, they can't Fissure if we're in the air. Oh, shoot. Well, we're going to have to start over. My logic tells me to go with Azelf, but it was requested by that team to lead with the Dusknoir. All right, I'll be back in a minute after we get this set up properly. My bad, everybody. Ugh, okay, we're back. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yeah, whenever a team owner makes a suggestion for their lead, I obey it. So even though I would want to go with Azelf here, I'm going to have to lead with the Dusknoir. Now, I could just switch into Azelf turn 1 expecting the Fissure, but I can't technically lead with it, or else I'm going against what the owner of that team wants. So we'll go straight down the list here, and I'll swap to Azelf on turn 2, assuming that they're leading with Hippopotas again. They're not changing their lead. All right, for real this time. Yeah, like I was saying, let's just switch to Azelf. I would switch to Swampert to avoid sandstorm damage, but if I do that, I know it's going to land Fissure. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a nasty plot up. They stayed in. What are they trying to do? I guess they have body slam? Maybe they're trying to paralyze me? It didn't work. All right, energy ball. Bye-bye, Hippopotas. All right, again, Raging Rayquaza pretty much has to win this battle, or they will be eliminated. Us getting that nasty plot up really hurts their chances, too. Dazzling Gleam does hit despite the Sand Veil. Garchomp survives, though. And there's the Dragon Claw. We're down to 3 health, but the Sandstorm will knock us out, meaning Hippopotas technically will get the knockout instead of Garchomp. All right, we don't have Shadow Sneak, or else I'd say we could just put Dusknoir in. I guess we put Dusknoir anyway. It should be able to survive a hit. All right, here comes the Earthquake. Dusknoir takes it like a champ. There's Shadow Ball. We miss it because of the Sand Veil. Sandstorm's gone now, but that might have been all that the Garchomp needed. Was that one miss. Yep, all right, Dusknoir will go down. You two are both weak to fire. To ground, so let's put Swampert out there. Blizzard. I probably didn't need the Blizzard because of how low its health is. That wasn't my smartest idea, but we'll see if we get luck out. We lucked out. Okay, so Garchomp goes down. My mistake was avoided. Unnecessary risk that worked out. All right, we saw this matchup last time, except Swampert doesn't have its defenses up yet. We can't. Liquidation's going to be useless to us because it has Storm Drain. So it's going to be Earthquake versus Earth Power again. Not much there. It's probably going to get us this next turn, it looks like. Swampert with a couple good hits, but it is going to go down to the Gastrodon. We're faster, but Solar Beam takes 2 turns, so we're not going to get that off. All right, so Mag Mortar. Psychic. It is enough to take out the Gastrodon. It's a 2-on-2 the rest of the way. Again, Rayquaza needs to win with 2 remaining. Winning with 1 remaining is not good enough. They will lose the tiebreaker. If they want to advance, they cannot let either of their remaining 2 Pokemon go down. Earthquake isn't going to help us here because it's got Levitate, so I guess we go Fire Blast. Try to hit it before I can get too many Calm Minds up. We missed the Fire Blast. Of course we do. Okay, go Thunderbolt on the off chance we get Paralysis. There's that possibility. Let's get a Heat Train out there so we can try to Flash Cannon and maybe get its special defense to fall. Because again, while they need both of their Pokemon to survive, we just need to take one of them out. We don't even have to win the battle. So if we could even get Cresselia to the point where Magmortar could beat it after the Heat Train goes down, there's our win condition. So we'll just use our Flash Cannons to try and offset its Calm Minds for the time being. No drop that time. We don't have any physical moves left except the Earthquake, which won't hit because of Levitate. So all we can really do is hope for critical hits or defense drops, paralyzations, things like that. All right. I think that's +6 now. No defense drop yet. Okay, well, yeah, it was already at +6 and they tried to Calm Mind again. That's interesting. Still no defense drop. That Psychic hurt. And they got a defense drop, of course. All right, here comes another Psychic. Do we survive it? We do not. Cresselia going to take out the Heatran. Can Magmortar score a knockout to give Harper's Ferry a win? We essentially have Thunderbolt and Fire Blast. I think we just go Fire Blast and hope for the critical hit. We miss the Fire Blast. Cresselia will take out Magmar. And the Raging Rayquaza will get by into the championship with a 1-1 tie as they win 2-0 after losing 2-0 in the first game. So Raging Rayquaza advancing. All right, so the 1 seed finds a way to squeak by. Moving on to our final matchup of the Final Four, we've got Game 2 of Nightmare AC and the Fairmont Flygon. I get to be in control of my own Flygon team here as my team attempts a come-from-behind series victory, much like the Flygon did. The Rayquaza did. All right. Can we get a win here? We are down 3-0, so it has to be a 4-0 or 5-0 victory. I can tell you right now, my opponent's good enough. We're not going to sweep them. So we're going to need a 4-0 victory. A 3-0 doesn't do the job. I'm going to lead Sharpedo. I led the Rotom last time, and that got me in a hole because I didn't have the Rotom later when I wanted to have it. Because originally I wanted to save the Rotom until after Ludicolo put up Rain Dance, so I could nasty plot Thunder everything. Now we got to see some of that action because I was lucky and hit the Thunders in Game 1, like the computer version of my team. But I'd much rather have the Rain up for that. All right, Protect. It goes for Thunder right away. And there's our speed boost. All right, Waterfall. Do we do enough or at least get it to flinch? We did not do enough. Did we flinch it? We did not flinch it. It will land the Thunder. Of course it will. There goes Sharpedo right away. So we now cannot lose another Pokemon this battle, or Nightmare AC will advance. It's a shame that that happens so quickly. Let's go Dusclops. We might be able to Shadow Sneak that much off it. I'm not sure. I have a feeling it'll survive, though. So close. So close. All right, Shadow Sneak it again. And I'll have to be get to the drawing board here to figure out a way to try to win this one. All right. That's not something I really want to see here. Let's get Rotom Wash in there. I need to not have a critical hit. Please, no critical hits. All right, all right. 80, 70. Hydro Pump it is. No critical hits again, please. Please hit. I think that's our season, ladies and gentlemen. Because even if I switch in, like, it has Ice Punch to take out this Rotom and Ice Punch for Flygon here. So I'll make a switch because I need to do what I can to try and win. But it's not looking good. That was the season right there. Rotom missing the Hydro Pump when we needed it most. It's a shame, too, because Weavile doesn't exactly have high defenses. We probably would have one-shot it. If we're somehow alive, let's Leaf Storm it. Yeah, I didn't think so. That will seal the deal. With that, it's over. Nightmare has won. Even if we do come back and win, the best we could do would be a tie, and the tie would go to Nightmare. So I'll do my best. I think Weavile is just going to run away with the competition now, but I'll do my best still to try and see if we can pull something out here. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It's such a shame because I know I had a team capable of winning this game. But between Flygon hitting itself, well, basically being useless last game, it hit itself twice and missed 2 Dragon Rushes. And then Wash Rotom missing its Hydro Pump. Sharpedo not getting the flinch on Waterfall. Like, just Dusclops falling this short on Shadow Sneak. Like, just, it didn't bounce my way. Had a great season, though. I mean, we started out 0-2, went on that long winning streak to get a higher seed, and then that's just how it goes in Pokemon sometimes. No matter how hard you try, sometimes luck just isn't on your side. And with that, Weavile will knock out Flygon. And that is a 4-0 victory, a dominant victory. And the Flygon are done for the season. Let me get that right written here. Nightmare AC win 2-0, as in 2 games to 0. All right, with that being done, I will be back in just a moment with our bracket here so I can update the standings. See you soon. Well, if I can hit the pause button. There we go. See you soon. All right, we're back. I misspoke a little bit earlier. I guess the season's not over yet. I forgot we have a 3rd place game normally in our league. So the Fairmont Flygon and Harper's Ferry Haunter will both take part in that. I don't remember from last year if we still did the 2-game series thing or if we just did 1 battle for 3rd place. So I'll have to check with what we did last season to confirm that. But yeah, updated statistics. Latios now at 18 knockouts on the season. Lucario 15. Weavile having a great day today to up its total to 9. Raging Rayquaza, Cresselia now with a 19-3 count. Garchomp with 17, also helping out immensely. Flygon, good season all the way around. I mean, you look at it, except for Rotom Mo, none of my Pokemon really had a bad ratio. The 2 Rotoms were the only ones with more feints than knockouts. And even then, Rotom is a Pokemon that usually relies heavily on an item, so I feel like that Pokemon both those could have been better if we had items. Harper's Ferry Haunter, he trained at 14-7, Azelf 11-6. Like, we got some good, those were 4 really competitive teams. Very close to an upset today. But the higher seed pulled through. So what we got now is, as you can see here at the bottom, the 3rd place game will be the Fairmont Flygon and the Harper's Ferry Haunter. And then with the Flygon being the higher seed, Flygon will be controlled by me in the first game, or the only game if it ends up being one game. And our championship will be between the Raging Rayquaza and Nightmare AC. That's who I kind of figured would be in the championship. I would have been surprised if Harper's Ferry or Fairmont got in there. Although, again, Harper's Ferry did get a lot closer than I thought they would to getting in today. So those are the two that'll be in the championship. They've met in the championship in the past before under different names. They were the Houston Ho-Oh and Nightmare AC. Might have even been actually as the Atlanta Fiero or Doom and Gloom. So, yeah. I think it was Doom and Gloom, actually. But anyway, these two have met before in the title game, so we'll see how it goes. I just want to thank everybody again for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. So next week, what we'll do is we'll do Game 1. Since we have to transfer Pokemon, we'll either do, if it's a 2-game series for the third place game, we'll do Game 1 for third place, Game 1 for the championship. Then we'll take a pause to switch Pokemon. We'll announce all the award winners, and then we'll play Game 2 of all the series. If it's one singular game for third place, we'll do the third place game, Game 1 of the championship, announce the awards, and then Game 2. So, yeah. I do know who our MVP is going to be because our voting is done for that. We just are not going to announce it until next week. But again, if you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. And I'll see you guys next time with our last episode of the year for the Pokemon Draft League, that is, our championship weekend. All right, thanks again. Bye-bye.